It was an overcast kind of day, in the midst of that special kind of July heat. I had just moved in with my dad and his wife. I moved to the small town of Gatman, Mississippi. It had a total population of about 390, so really small. On top of that, the town was really just made up of free linking roads. I lived on the smallest of the three. Now don't go and think that there's nothing but nasty trailers and untamed yachts, just because it's a small town. Everybody kept their yards nice and pretty. So on this July day, my parents had left me and my new stepsister and little brother at home alone. Needless to say, a fight broke out. But this time, instead of going in another room, I was mad enough to storm out of the house while popping off every swear word I could think of. So I decided to walk to let off some steam. I started walking down my road and soon realized I was walking towards the dead end, half of it. Feeling like an idiot, I was about to turn around and go the other way when I remembered I'd never traversed to the end of my road before, so I set off to do so. I was walking for a good 5 minutes when I saw it, the end of my road. Now, I was still a good 70 feet from it, so it looked normal at first, but as I approached the edge, I noticed an oddity. You see, my town may be small, but when they built the roads, they were very well done. So when I came to the edge of this road, it struck me as weird that it looked cut off, as if it used to go on further, but someone or something had dug up and destroyed the rest of the road. When I looked past it, there was about 1 foot of dirt and the very thick brush and woods. I found this very peculiar, and I honestly did not want to go home, so I decided to see why this odd road ended so soon. As I pushed the first couple of limbs and thickets out of my face, I noticed the further I went, the thicker this bush thicket seemed to become. Even more eerie is that it seemed to be becoming darker. Now, I don't mean like the sun was setting dark. It was only 12:30. But that kind of darkness where it feels like someone or something is trying to say, stop, or don't go any further. The trees got more twisted and tangled as I went deeper, but I was young, arrogant, and at that moment, too curious to care. So I went deeper, and that's when I heard it. For the first time, it sounded like a whisper. It wasn't even audible at this point, so I shrugged it off as some wildlife making noise. Then I saw an opening start to appear, and something in it. When I finally got to the opening, I saw pieces of pavement, like this was where the road was really going to end. Then a little way past that, I saw it. It was small compared to all the others on this road. It was a small house. It looked as if it had only 2 or 3 rooms. I walked closer, and I heard that whisper once more. This time, I could make out words. It sounded like a young female voice. The voice said, "Turn back. This is where hell starts." and life ends. Okay, I was seriously freaked at this point, but for some reason I felt as if I couldn't turn back now. I had to see for myself. So I tried to shrug off the feeling of dread that had swept through my body. I walked towards the wooden house and placed my hand on the frame. The second I did, I heard a blood-curdling scream, but it wasn't coming from anywhere. I heard it inside my head. I jumped back. "What the hell is this place?" I exclaimed. Now, most people would get the hell out of there at that point, but me? No, I couldn't. I needed to see. So after a deep breath, I clasped the cold iron of the doorknob in my hand. When I did, I felt a chill run through my body. I twisted the knob and opened the heavy wooden door, and I stepped in the doorway. This made my stomach churn. I felt as if I was about to vomit, and might have if I hadn't eaten before I left. In a whisper, "It's too late. He knows your scent. He will find you. Hell will claim you. There is now no escape. See you soon." Later that week, I looked into that house using the internet. Apparently everyone who has ever been inside that place has gone crazy, claiming to hear voices and that something was following them. And every single person has gone on a homicide rampage, killing their loved ones and ending it with a gruesome suicide. Well, I know for a fact that these voices are real. They've told me there's only one way to stop him. I'm sorry. I have to.